Everybody want to be real, but don't nobody want to be righteous. Everybody want to be authentic, but what happened to being anointed and set apart? Somehow, somewhere down the line, we have baptized carnality and called it Christianity. We've wrapped compromise in a choir robe, threw a scripture on it, and said, hey, don't judge me. You can be real and still be wrong. Hello? You can be authentic and authentically out of order. Hear me? Holiness is not legalism, it's loyalty. God is raising up a people who aren't just trying to make it into heaven by the skin of their teeth, but who actually want to live right while they're still down here living on earth. People who don't want to just wear the title of Christian, but actually want to look like Christ. People who still believe that hell is actually real and that they don't want to play around and end up there one day. Hello? God is not interested in all the hype and the lifting of hands that you do in church in front of other people. He's concerned with the part of you that still compromises in private, because it's 100% possible to have a saved soul and a worldly lifestyle. I don't know about you, but last I checked, you can't rebuke a devil that you're still dancing with. My God, you can't cast out what you keep consuming just for fun. You can't pray for deliverance and then press play on what's defiling your spirit. Can I let you in on a little secret? The enemy don't have to attack you if he can just entertain you. Hello? What entertains you eventually enters you. What we consume affects how we think, feel, and ultimately how we act. And then slowly but surely, that causes spiritual dullness. Why? Because the more worldliness you entertain, the more desensitized you become. And the more desensitized you become, the less you feel convicted. And the less you feel convicted, the more you get comfortable. And the more you remain comfortable, the more your light starts to dim. And when your light starts to dim, you start affecting the darkness and start reflecting it. Before you know it, you're being consumed by that which you were actually called to change. You're not standing out anymore. You're actually blending in. You're not influencing the world. You're being absorbed by it. What you're choosing to call innocent entertainment, heaven calls agreement. And then you wonder why your mind is confused and your peace is missing. Well, baby, you can't flood your soul with garbage, then sit there and pretend you don't know why your temper is so short and your tongue is so filthy. The devil ain't hiding in hell. He's hiding in your habits. Those habits that you justify but never address. Hear me? Don't let temporary escapes become permanent entanglements that ultimately lead to eternal isolation. Because at the end of the day, your issue might not be the devil attacking you from the outside. It might be you nurturing him on the inside. Please hear me. Part of sanctification means that there are some habits, some hang-ups, some coping mechanisms, some routines that have to die in order for the new you to breathe. Because here's what nobody ever wants to admit. Sometimes the hardest thing to crucify is the thing that comforts you the most. Some of us have gotten real comfortable with this whole 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of Christianity. But you would do well to remember that lukewarm still gets spit out. And you can't claim resurrection while living like a corpse. You can't say that you're walking in the light if everything about your lifestyle screams shadows. You cannot win the world for Christ while walking hand in hand with it. Here's a question. Is my life preaching a different sermon than my mouth is? Because if you're worldly enough to relate but too worldly to represent, then you got some work to do. It's time for a lifestyle audit.